Honest marketing techniques: what's wrong with online marketing advertising practices? Part 2. Online marketing advertising is out of control. I'm sure you've seen at least a few advertisements lately that are so outrageous that the product cannot possibly live up to the advertising claims. You have probably also seen the ones that seem designed to capture you with emotion, without ever saying anything about the product. Unfortunately, these ads seem to be increasing, and it is getting tougher to see through the hype, fluff and bluff to determine what is real and what is not. In part 1 of this 2-part series we looked at how to detect a bad advertisement, and in part 2, we will look at some techniques to combat this increasing problem. In the previous part of this series, we learned how to detect and recognize bad advertisements. They all contain some common elements. Why is this a problem? You may be asking yourself why these misleading and unethical elements are problems. Everybody does this with their copy. How does it hurt anyone? First, not everybody does it, though a lot of vendors certainly do. However, just because it is a fairly common practice doesn't make it right. It hurts everyone in some manner, from the newbie that actually believes every word, to the experienced, honest marketers that have to compete with these tactics. Second, most of these advertisements are at least misleading, and many border on flat-out dishonesty. Third, the very people that most need a good solid product aren't receiving one. Instead, all they are typically getting are worthless products, or at the very best, a product that is too advanced for their current level of understanding. Fortunately, there are at least a few sellers that do provide honest information in their products and also have honest advertisements. Unfortunately, they are still in the minority. How can we change the problems with current advertising practices? We all know that there truly are a number of good and ethical marketers that provide factual, honest advertising copy, but there are an increasing number of bad advertisements showing up these days. Probably the most effective method to combat the bad advertising is to learn the patterns of the scam marketer and vote against them by moving our attention elsewhere, and by not buying their products. In some areas such as social networking sites, there may be other techniques that can be brought to bear. If we can avoid buying from these folks, they will eventually change their ways, or at least go away. Either way, it eventually gets cleaned up. Meanwhile, we should actively support the honest and ethical marketers, and reward them by purchasing the products they have that meet our needs. This way, we both win. We as customers get good products at reasonable prices, and the ethical marketers are encouraged to do the right thing and stay away the path of the black hat marketer. In the next of our Honest Marketing Techniques series, we will look at some of the basic concepts of making money online.